That's me. Hello, hello. Good
Good
evening.
evening. It's believe
Woo.
it or not, it's Tuesday again. These
Tuesday
Tuesdays be coming
again.
around fast now.
Exactly. At least we was off last Tuesday,
Oh yeah, that's right, we were.
and I enjoyed every minute of it.
What's up,
It
good
was
people? Make sure you say hello so we'll know who's on live with us tonight. We
hello,
appreciate you as
everybody.
usual. And always share, share, and share. Especially
Absolutely.
to some men tonight. Share to a man. I need some men input tonight. If y'all don't mind, lady. Not saying everybody up here is a lady, but I'm just saying.
Hey, Lawanda.
What's up, Lawanda? Share to a man. What's up, darling? There go. Okay, I know I got some help now. I'm good. Mac up here.
Really? Really?
Thank y'all for tuning in once again on a Tuesday. We're so grateful for y'all tuning and rocking with us. We are very appreciative. Hope you all had a great day. We did. We alive, so that's always a good thing.
Absolutely. We've been consistent.
Yes, we have. We have been very consistent. I'm proud of
Very
us.
consistent. Very consistent.
Very.
Well, if you don't know who we are key players. We are marriage motivators, marriage enthusiasts, whatever you like to call us, but we're all things marriage. And if you're viewing us for the first time, hello.
What's up?
Hello. We hope that you will hang around, stick around. If you're viewing us on YouTube, hello, YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about YouTube.
Yeah,
What's up,
YouTube.
YouTube?
Hello, YouTube.
What's up, Princess?
Anyway, while we're waiting, we're going to just shoot out some dates.
Don't you want to wait? Okay.
We're going to shoot out some dates that you can play it in the replay.
Yeah.
Save the dates. So save
That's
the dates. So this Saturday, we are facilitating part of a marriage retreat, and we are so excited about this. This is our second year doing this. We were invited back, so I guess they liked us.
Yeah.
So we're excited about this marriage retreat that's going to be held in Morrisville
This Saturday.
Yep. This Saturday.
Yep.
And
pray for us.
yes, we will be guest panelists. So it's another one that you need to mark on your calendars for Money, Sex, and Marriage, Friday, September the 15th at the Raleigh Marriott Crabtree. And it's hosted by Jonathan and Shavonna Perkins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a great event. I think the tickets are on, I know the tickets are on sale now. Actually, the VIP tickets will be going, I think, ending soon. So you might want to check it out. And then our very own event, Linked. It's in October the 7th, so we need for you to save the date. Share it, save the date, invite a couple. It's going to be a brunch. We're going to have a DJ.
Why is it a brunch?
Why is it a brunch?
Because we old.
Well, I didn't say that because I'm not old. But anyway, but it's going to be linked. It's going to be a nice brunch. We're going to have fun. We're having a DJ.
Yep.
It's going to be a cash bar. So we're just going to have fun. We're just going to have a really, really good time that you can network with other couples, meet other couples, with like minds. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. So please be on the lookout for the tickets coming soon.
Very soon.
Very, very soon. November the 3rd through the 4th. That's 2 days. That's the night and Saturday. It's going to be Let's Build Him Up. And it's hosted by Lisa and Lynn Freeman. And we're so excited about this one as well. This is going to be amazing. So if you can't make one of the other events, please try to make, one of them this one or one of them ours. We really appreciate it.
Right.
So I just wanted to share that with you all and just be on the lookout for those things.
You have no excuses if you are a married couple, right?
Right.
We just gave you, 4? Not even ours, you have no excuse if you are married, because married couples are always saying, oh, we ain't got nothing to do, blah, 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 blah. Well, we just gave you some. So you have no excuse. Thank you, Miss Sheila. Miss Sheila said we the best.
Thank you, Miss Sheila. Absolutely. So we're going to get into our topic for the night.
What's up, Woody Wood?
Hey, Woody. We're going to get into our topic for the night.
Oh, yeah.
So the topic is, I'm going to let him say this.
So
Listen.
The topic is, as you all, I don't know if you all can still see it. It says bouquet toss versus garter toss. Do you think men, or why do you think men fear commitment? That's the topic for tonight. That's part of it.
Why do you think men fear commitment?
We're going to get to the second part later, but the first part is, why do you think men fear commitment? Now, you want to tell the story or?
Oh, okay. So listen. So check it out. We just went to a wedding about what, 2 weeks ago? We
Wonderful,
went to a
beautiful
wedding about 2 weeks ago. And so I'm sitting at the table. Y'all know how Sabalis is, you know, bless his heart. His patience.
It's time to go.
his patience. But anyway, the wedding was beautiful.
Yes,
I'm sitting at the table in the reception.
Yes. And
when they called for the women to come, you know, to catch the bouquet, I mean, women were running up there to catch the bouquet. The floor was crowded for the bouquet.
Flooded.
Right? It was flooded for the bouquet. So, you know, of course, the women jump up high to try to get that bouquet, and of course, somebody caught it. When they called for the men to come catch the garter, nobody came. Nobody came. It was like crickets. They had to beg men to get up, go to the floor, and finally 2 young men came. They were like maybe 18, 19, in their early 20s maybe. They came.
They were that young?
Yeah. They might have been younger than that, but they actually 2 came to the floor. But then when they started coming, I guess a few more came or whatever. And so when the groom threw the garter out, that thing hit the floor. It hit the floor. Yeah, you can hear a pin drop. Like, it just hit the floor. Nobody wanted to catch the garter. So I was just sitting at the table like that. This is crazy. This is crazy. I mean, we've seen it time and time again at weddings, but I'm just like, you know, I wonder, do men fear? Why do they fear commitment?
Yeah.
Or is it that they just haven't found the right person yet?
Right. And what she just described is every wedding I've ever been to, and probably every wedding you've ever been to. When they call for that bouquet, it's a flood of women. Garter toss, you got to beg the men to get out of there. And like she said, a lot of them move out of the way when it does come that way. Because the saying is, if you catch the bouquet, you're the next one to get married, right?
That's what it's saying.
If you catch the garter, you're the next one to get married. So why do men, even something as silly as that, men, I don't want no parts of that. So what is it about men that we fear commitment, especially when it comes to marriage, committing to a long-term relationship?
What was their age range? So the age range of the men were, you know, like when I said the 2 young gentlemen, they finally came up. Because first nobody was coming up. But the 2 younger gentlemen, they finally came up, I guess, you know, to you know, show face. But the other men, they were in, some of them in their 30s, 40s, somewhere around there, you know, maybe a little older. So there was a good age range. I mean, you know, older. They were older gentlemen.
Right, Princess.
So Princess said they're just not ready. They enjoy a bachelor lifestyle.
Right. So that's one of the ones.
Probably
one
of the reasons. Yeah.
That's probably one of the main reasons. So we just came up with a few reasons why we think men fear commitment, and you all feel free to chime in. Number 1. Now this is a big one. This is actually a serious one to me. It says they didn't see it growing up, so they feel like they won't meet expectations. If you didn't see commitment in your household from your father, your uncles, if you grew up around a lot of men who were, what's the word I want to use? I want to be kind.
Pimps.
Wow. That's not the word I was thinking about. But
pimps,
if they were frequent flyers, how about that? Rolling Stones. If you never saw them commit to one woman, and that's what you grew up around, what is your example? You know, what is your concrete foundation to put a committed relationship on? You never saw it. So most men I know hate to fail. You know, we could be somewhat competitive. So what we'll do is we'll avoid it instead of trying it and seeing what will happen. We just stay from it. Because let me be honest with you, sleeping around is so much easier than being married. So much easier.
Miss Sheila said too much free items out there. Like my mama used to say.
Yeah, what your mom used to say?
My mom used to say, why buy the calves? You can get the milk for free.
Right.
And I'm sure we all have heard that.
So That's why dogs, hoes, good gracious, players, wow.
Right, LaWanda, absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely. There's too many women out there that deal with them doing whatever they want. That's right. That's Nikki.
That's Nikki. Yeah, that's true. So that's why we feel that it's so vital that men like myself, like my brothers up here who are married, Dylan, Derek, who I forgot what was. It is important that we show the world that commitment can be done. Now, granted, I grew up in a house where I saw it.
But wait a minute. But don't you have a choice? You know what I mean? Like, you have a choice. Yeah, you might not have seen it. You might not have seen it or had an example. But you have a choice.
You do have a choice. And I'm not making excuses.
I'm not going to be like that. And I don't want to be like that. I'm not, you know what I mean?
But your choices also can be limited. I'm going to use me as an example. I had the choice to say, yep, I want to be in a committed relationship, or no, I want to play around for a little bit, or no, I want to do this. Some men only have one choice to choose from because that's what they saw. Some men only saw older men players. That's all they saw. So choices for them is going to be a little bit more difficult. Is that wrong? Yes. I'm not making excuses for them, but we got to look at how we or what we present to them to choose from. So it's important, like I was saying, for men like myself and Darlin and other men, to show men, especially men in our family, that you can be in a committed relationship. It's possible.
To have some positive role models.
It's positive to be, yes, to have some positive role models. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Cool. Number two, men don't want to be viewed as soft. Now,
yes.
I don't know nothing about that, but you do. Because I'm going to be real with you.
Okay.
I like a man who, now, I don't like a man who shows too much emotion, but I like a man who, shows emotion. You know what I mean?
Right. But not soft by the woman, soft by their boys.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, soft by other men,
okay.
Oh, man, that girl got you whipped, that type of stuff. Men don't want to hear that.
Your nose wide open.
Your nose wide. That's old school. Your nose wide open. She got you whipped. They don't want to be viewed. They want to still be able to be that man, that player, that dude, and they don't want that. They don't want that. It's peer pressure, which we shouldn't still be dealing with as adults, but we do. Men don't want to be viewed as soft, and there is a softness that you have to have in order to be in a committed relationship. Period. There's no way around it.
Do y'all agree?
But a lot of men don't want that. They don't want that stigma, getting roses and being romantic. They don't want that. they want to still be the hit it and quit.
That could be vulnerable. I grew up in a 2-parent household when I was ready. I was ready. When I was not ready, I played the field.
Exactly. Same here. I knew when I was ready. I knew when I wasn't ready. There were people who wanted to marry me before her, and I was like, no freaking way. First of all, go ahead.
No, I was reading this. Miss Emma said, LaWanda said, and they're jealous.
Who's jealous?
Miss Emma said that's because they probably don't have anyone themselves.
That's possible. Some of it could be okay.
Their boys jealous.
Okay.
Boys are jealous.
That could be possible. Yeah. I have known dudes that will plot on and tell a dude to get out of a relationship so they can get with the girl.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Oh yeah, that happens a lot. That's what's going on out here in these streets. It was anyway. Now, number 3. This is a big one. Okay, y'all bear with us. Number 3. Men fear commitment, and when we say commitment, we talking about marriage, because of the lack of freaky and consistent sex that they feel like they're not going to get once they get married. Really and truly.
The lack of
the consistency, the quantity, the quality, the freakiness. Men fear once they get married, all of that goes away.
But what if it's them? It might be them that's need some help in the bedroom.
But what if it's not them? Miss Sheila said, what, really? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because you run into more of the freakier stuff when you are single. And then a lot of men, when they get married, they look at their woman a certain type of way if she got some of that in her. And she want to bring it to the bedroom. Now, personally, I think that's heaven on earth.
Yeah, I'm like, they look at them as a certain type of, they view them a certain type of way.
Yeah, like, where you learn that from, or who else you done that with, that type of stuff.
I mean, women can think that too, though. Like, who have you done this with?
Most of the time, women don't think that. women
I
don't
said
normally.
they can.
Yeah, in most cases, women.
Or is this your first time doing that?
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna see if y'all agree with me. Most of the time, when it comes to that commitment, sex is not tops on the list for woman. For a woman, it's important, but it ain't nowhere near the top. Am I right or wrong, ladies?
I mean, yeah, I can. Yeah, you might got a point there.
Derek and Nikki said we get it up. We all know. The one that said things change when
you
work,
kids add kids into it, and all that stuff. Things do change. Nobody wants a homie hopper. Oh, that's what they call it.
What's a homie hopper?
She going back to like the man that sleeps around.
Oh, okay. She comes.
I like
okay.
that one. I haven't heard that one yet, Larissa. That's good. Don't worry about it. I'm doing it.
We get Cooper once the man is yours. What's Cooper? Who's Cooper? Oh, okay. Don't worry. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't feel like sex is as important in the commitment when it comes to a woman as it is to a man. Because that's a fear for us that we're going to lose out on what we've been doing and we're not going to get that at home. Because we hear other men talk about that.
So that'll make you not settle down at all?
It'll make you not want to settle down at all, yes. Darling said, honestly, I didn't care what my boy said because none of that could beat him. Right. The one that said we know, absolutely. Right. Crystal Rayner said absolutely correct. So I'm assuming she agreed with something I said.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Ladies, are you talking about what I said, Crystal? About the women not caring about sex or the freakiness? Because it does change. It does change the way men think. They don't want to get it up for, and then when you sleeping around, it's more exciting, they feel, and the sleepwear attire is different, and what we are told as men, oh, your wife gonna sleep in a muumuu every night, and she gonna have Noxzema on and wake up you, that type of stuff. So it scares a lot of men away.
But the reason why the attire is different, I mean, you still have attire when you're married, but the reason why the attire is different is because we're trying to catch you. You understand what I'm saying? We're trying to,
But you should want to try to. That should be lifetime.
Well, yes, that's true.
That should be a lifelong thing.
I'm saying this stuff is still the same when you're married. Larissa said men may not have seen it growing up, but they know what feels good and what is hurtful. So that's what they need to live by in a relationship. A choice, I said.
Right.
So even if they didn't see it growing up, they should treat others the way they want to be treated. It's
true.
a choice.
That is true.
I just said that.
You did say that.
It's a choice. Absolutely.
LaWanda says,
come down to communication. Got to still let them know what you don't like in the bedroom.
That's right. But that, for whatever reason, that's still like a tough subject in marriage. I'm not quite sure why, especially if you've been married a while. I would hope that the communication and the level of trust is there where you all can discuss sex.
Yeah, but you got to be mindful of what you say and how you say it.
That's true. That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
And then you got to be mindful of how you receive it as well.
That's true.
Right?
That's
how
right.
You receive it as well.
You should know your spouse well enough that you should know how to present it to them. Right?
Exactly.
Right. You should know your spouse at this point. If you've been together a little while, how should I say this to her? Or I need to bring them to him in this way.
Absolutely.
If you are observant and been paying attention, then you should know how to deliver that. Absolutely. We're not saying being hurtful and try to hurt nobody's feelings, but you do need to bring it up.
In some kind of way. Because I'm going to tell you that's very important. Okay.
That's very important.
All right. Number 4, the fear of being tied down, not having a life.
Right.
And giving up a lot of things. That's why men may not want to commit because they feel like, I don't have to tell nobody nothing.
Right.
I don't have to ask nobody nothing. Not that you have to ask, but it's just out of respect. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like I don't have to I can make a decision all by myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can move how I want to move.
Right.
When I want to move.
Right.
So, I mean, I can see that, but I think that goes both ways too for women too.
What do you think?
Women now. Yes.
Why you say now?
I'm just saying. Because now women are more independent.
Okay.
They, more liberated or, so I'm just saying, I think that goes both ways. Like I said, when I was telling you, I have a few friends out here, and this is kind of off subject, but I have a few friends, I listen to them talk, and they're like, they single, and they're like, when I get married, they want to get married, but they're like, I don't want no man with no kids. I don't want no man with no children, not even one. Mm-hmm. And they have kids.
Right.
So I just find it a little funny.
Right.
But, to me, I feel like if, a man, now if a man had a child.
Right.
A child.
Right.
and or maybe 2, a child or 2,
Right.
I feel like he understands if he understands like if you had a child. You understand what I'm saying? Like he has that nurturing piece. I feel like a man that has no children, they have to learn that nurturing piece, and it's not the same. Now,
Some men. Some men got plenty of kids and they don't have a nurturing bone in their body.
I mean, but I just use that as an example.
Yeah.
As an example. So I don't know. They might as well comment. Ain't nothing out. Commit.
Yeah,
Right. It's nothing out there.
Right.
Absolutely.
Now, to piggyback off that, I said to Keisha, I think it was the other day or somebody we was talking, I am so glad I'm married now. I don't know what to do. I would hate to be dating right about now. Because it used to be like, oh, it ain't no men, and the men this, the men that. The women have caught up. It is the pickings are slim. I mean, real slim. First of all, you don't know
what you're getting.
Yeah, thank you, because you cleaned it up.
I mean, it is what it is. You don't know what you're getting because of the social media. Everybody got.
Oh, you meant that way. I meant another way.
Well, I don't know the way you meant, but you don't know what you're getting. Oh,
yeah, yeah. That's why I didn't say it. Right.
But anyway, you don't know what you're getting. I mean, is anybody authentic anymore?
Exactly.
That's the thing. Is anybody authentic anymore?
Exactly.
I mean, everybody's trying to put on
true.
a front. It's too much.
Social media has its benefits and it's great. Like for stuff like this, it's great. But social media has done damage to relationships. And marriage. It has done damage because, like she was saying, some of y'all get up here and you would think that it is Romeo and Juliet, Cinderella and Prince Charming.
Absolutely.
And that's not the case. Y'all don't even talk to each other. You do nothing of the sort. You do nothing to promote marriage in a positive way besides post pictures, and that's all you do. And that may have been the only time you communicated all day. Social media has done a job on marriage and relationships.
Yep. We've witnessed it ourselves. With somebody, with a couple. I mean, both of them like this. They sit right next to each other now. Right next to each other.
Yep.
But they didn't say a word to each other, don't speak to each other, don't talk to each other. Not that they're mad. They just don't communicate.
Right.
And they both like this in their devices.
Right.
Just doing this the whole day. I mean, all day.
Right. Now, getting back to when you said you said some of your friends said that they didn't want to marry a man with kids. I said the same thing before I got married. Okay. I used to say the same thing. Now, I'm going to be transparent. A lot of that was selfishness that I had inside of me because I didn't want to give up and change my whole day. And
I mean, I can see how that's
me and a friend of mine, we used to say, we don't want to come home and have to deal to help nobody with no homework and hear no stories about school and see no stupid paintings and go to no band camp. Oh, yeah. Paintings. That's what we used to say. But there was a bit of selfishness in that, in me. I can honestly say that was just pure selfishness. And I avoided women with kids because I was like, I don't want to deal with all that.
I mean, that's honest, though.
Right? I'm being honest.
That's honest.
I want to come home, do whatever I want to do every single day. And I knew in order to be a good husband and father, that wouldn't work because my dad wasn't that way. My dad wasn't selfish, you know what I'm saying? And he was giving of himself. And so, what's up, Dushan? So I said, I know if I settle down, I can't be selfish no more. So I avoided a woman who had kids. Lo and behold, the only woman that I would have ever fallen in love with in my life had two. And it ended up being a benefit to me because it helped break the selfishness in me. Because she had 2 kids and I knew I can't be a good husband and father if I'm still going to be selfish. I can't tell you how many days we came home or I came home from work and she got off work, had to drop everything and go to a band concert. Go to meet the teacher. Go to a football game.
Because that's part of being a parent.
In town and out of town. Dance recitals.
Absolutely.
All of that stuff because it's part of being a parent.
It's part of being a parent.
It's part of not being selfish. So I didn't want to give that up, but it was meant for me to give it up.
How was that transition for you, though?
It was tough.
All right.
So it was tough. So I talked to we dated 4 years. So I think every day I just had to keep telling myself, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this.
I mean, you have come a long way.
And it didn't happen overnight. and it wasn't
Right.
instant. But like she said, year by year, just chipping away at that stone, which was me, because
Right.
I knew what I wanted to be.
And it was a transition for me because he didn't have kids. I
Right.
never thought that would be an issue, but
Right.
it was.
Right.
Because I'm like, look, now, hold on. You know, I'm a little bit more nurturing or whatever. And I'm like, you know.
She was softer. She
Well,
used the word
softer,
nurture. Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's nurturing as well.
Right.
Because, you know, okay, that's just like me. I could never, if you don't have kids, I don't care. You won't know until you have some.
That's true.
I'm gonna just tell you that. People can tell you till you blue in the face, and
That's
people
true.
be like, "My child will never do this, and my child will never do that."
Right.
But I guarantee you, when you have a child, your child
Right.
is doing everything that you said that your child wouldn't do.
Right.
So it's different when you.
That's
you
true.
know, it's a difference. So
Yeah.
you know, we work through that, and we're
Right.
good.
Because one of the things I was always be like, oh, they need discipline. You need spankings, especially Zion, because he was the big busier one. And then when I had to spank him, I hated it. I did have to do it a lot, thank God. But the couple times I had, especially the last 1 or 2 times, I absolutely hated it. You know what I mean? Because it just didn't, you know. I guess that was me becoming more nurturing and having to realize, well, maybe, you know, this don't work for him. You know, we grew up, everybody got beatings.
Yeah, no, you gotta raise children
You know,
differently.
but I realized that, you know, they need different stuff.
Absolutely.
They need different stuff. Just like as a man right now, husband, and as a wife, she needs different, I need different. They do, kids do too.
You got
But it took a
different
while to
children,
realize
different
that.
personalities.
Yeah,
So. Number 5, why men may fear commitment. Peer pressure from a player. We already said that.
Yeah, we did.
Number 6, fear of missing out.
Not being able to go on boy trips and hang out.
But you
at the-
still would be able to go on boy trips. I don't understand that.
In some
I do not
marriages,
understand that.
some marriages, that is not the case.
Do y'all agree? I do not understand. Listen, if I'm gonna go on a girls trip. As a matter of fact, Dusha, you ready? We ready.
But you can do that because you don't have an obsessive, jealous-minded husband. Everybody
That's correct.
doesn't have that as a spouse. There are some men who would love to be able to do all of that stuff, but their woman gives them such a hard time, they'd rather not go.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa. So everybody doesn't have that. You know, there's still people who are
But it's a
insecure.
reason for that.
There's
Yeah.
insecurities.
Trust issues.
Trust issues. Somebody in the a relationship could have caused trust issues. So it's easy for us to say that, but everybody doesn't have that experience. So we have, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So we have
I
to be
understand.
mindful. So yeah, men here, like I said, and that's why.
That is sad, LaWanda. Because you
said
still
it's
have
sad.
to be an individual.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you, in marriage, you can lose yourself, especially when you add kids and you add
Businesses
work
and
and
work.
businesses and stuff like that.
Right.
You can lose yourself, and then you'll look around in the mirror one day and be like, who are you? You know, I'm serious.
Right.
I'm very serious.
That's
So
true.
that's why you have to be separate but together.
Separate but together.
You like different things from what I like.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Right,
You
that's
do
true.
different things from what I do. And and I respect you to have your own. I want you to have your own time. So I can be,
But
have some sanity.
we are blessed. Everybody doesn't have that.
Absolutely.
There are some people, when they go off, they can't even enjoy themselves because their phone constantly ringing from their spouse.
Right.
know?
Right.
You see-
And Miss Emma says you can still go on men-women trip. Sometimes you need to get away. Absolutely. You need
Right.
to get away. It's great. I love him. I love spending time with him. I love doing things with him. But sometimes I need to get away.
Right.
And I'm sure he does too.
Right.
His getaway is maybe looking at TV, going upstairs or whatever. But I need to get away. I need to get out this house.
Right.
I mean, that's just me.
But
my
and
personality.
another reason why we can have that is because we do a lot of stuff together.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
so we get our together time. We get a lot of that. So it's no big deal when she want to go on a girls trip, or if I want to do something or go watch a fight or something. It's never. We have never had that issue
Never.
because we do so much stuff together. So maybe that's one of the reasons why you may have an issue with that. How much time do you all actually spend together? And being in the house is not the same.
Hey, Pastor Ryan.
It's not the same as actually spending time together.
Yep.
Like my wife said earlier, we know a couple that they can be sitting right beside each other and never make eye contact because they both in their phones. That's
For
not
hours.
really. You said hours?
4 hours.
4 hours. So
Yes.
that's not spending time together. What we doing now is actually spending time together.
Right. That's not,
You know.
yeah, no. I don't consider that spending time together.
Neither do I.
If you're on your phone and he's on his phone and both of y'all like this,
Neither do I.
to me, that's not spending time together.
No, it's not.
Now, I could be wrong. Maybe that's the new way of spending time together.
Yeah, I believe it is. Maybe we old. Maybe we just old.
I don't know. Okay, so another reason why men may fear commitment is fear of hurting someone or being hurt themselves.
That's
especially
true.
if they've been hurt before,
That's
like
true.
having trust issues.
That's
or
true.
maybe growing up, somebody hurt them growing up, or somebody, or something that happened to them growing up.
Some may be dealing with abandonment issues.
That's a deep one.
That's a deep one. Some may be dealing with abandonment issues. So they fear,
Wow.
It's not so much that they are a bad guy or they want to hoe around. That's not always the case. Some of them have lost and they have a fear of losing again. And they don't want to return to that hurt wherever. It could be from death. It could be from a deadbeat parent. Whatever you choose. That's a hurt that you don't want to experience again. So in order to not experience it, you stay away from committed relationships. Those type of people don't commit to nothing. They don't commit to a man, a woman, a business, a job, a church. They just free flow in order to not be hurt again.
Wow.
So it's different reasons. I know we've been talking about some of the more negative things, but there are other reasons why people stay away from commitment. It's not, especially men. We're not all dogs. We're not all players.
No, I never believed that.
No, I never bought into that.
But there's some women out here that believe that.
Yeah, and that's I hate that personally, because I feel like it's a slap in the face to myself, who is not a dog, who has put in the work to be in a committed, successful, thriving marriage, and I'm a dog.
And this is, some people say that they feel like all men cheat.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I don't feel that way.
I don't either. That's horrible.
But I mean, you literally have some people. Now, I have girlfriends that feel that all men cheat.
I don't like that.
So where do you think that came from?
Because a lot of them do. Now, I ain't going to be no fool. I'm not being silly. A lot of men do cheat. Yes, they do. A lot of men have cheated. Yes, they have. But not all men do that. There are some men who are very serious about their relationship and are in love with their wives, and their wife is enough for them. So
I will hope so.
I will hope so. So let's not paint every man with that same brush.
Right.
A lot, but not all. Right.
Exactly.
Not all men cheat.
I disagree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
It's too much trouble.
It's
It's just too much. Especially, like we said earlier, this day and time. Lord only knows what you're going to end up with.
Right. Dolly said, before I decided to settle down, I did not commit because I didn't want to hurt the girl's feelings.
Right.
Right.
That's
exactly.
Right.
It came from most women choosing to be with the wrong men. Well, yeah, gotta eat that one.
Gotta eat that one.
We do make that. Some of us.
Some.
We make bad choices.
Yes, you do.
We have to go through the imposters first.
Right.
Before we get to the real one.
That's right.
Right.
Why is that?
Unfortunately, we have to go
I don't understand that. Since I met her, I've heard about so many women that had to go through the bad ones, the imposters, in order to get to the right one. And I don't understand that. Didn't you see?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, nothing else to say after that.
I mean, you see, but you think it with your heart.
And
your
that goes
and
back
feelings.
to, and I hope I don't get into the topic, Garter belt versus the Bouquet toss. Go ahead.
That's a good one. I won't say all men cheat, but I would say I've never met a man who didn't cheat.
Crystal, hi, I'm one. Jesus Christ.
So you never cheated, like even on a girlfriend.
I'm gonna tell you how honest I am.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you how I was
You
dating.
never cheated.
I'm about to tell you
Like,
how
for
honest
real.
if I knew that I was headed that way, I'd just break up with you. And I did that.
For real?
Yeah, I did that to somebody. I said, okay, you getting a little too frisky, you looking too much. It might be time to end this relationship. I'm gonna be.
How did
hold on,
you
let me.
end it?
I'm gonna tell you
honest
why.
with her though? How did you end it? Did you say
Did I walk up to her and say, you know what?
I wanna
I'm
know.
about to cheat.
What else,
I'm gonna break. No, I didn't say that.
I want to know
I didn't
how
say
you
that.
did it now. Wait
We
a
was
minute.
already rocky.
Okay.
Right? We was already not on the best of terms.
Tell the story.
And so I was working at IBM. And if you worked at IBM in the 90s, that was like a HBCU campus. Full of single people. And when I got there, I was in building 622. 682. I looked around, me and her rocking, and I said, this ain't gonna work. I said, it's no way I'm gonna be able to stand here with all these girls. And this, I was like 20 something.
Like a kid in a candy store.
It was a kid in it. It was Willy Wonka. I said, yeah, it's time to end this relationship. I said, yeah, it's time to end this relationship. And I did, and we did.
Okay.
She was tired of me too. And I looked, I was like, oh yeah, nah, this ain't gonna work.
Okay, so Nikki said, but do you think you were a good man to the ones you dated? Ooh, that's a good question.
That's an excellent question. I would have to say I was okay, especially compared to the man I am now.
I wonder what they would say, Nikki. I wonder what they would say about him.
I can tell you what they would say. I was
selfish.
Can't
tell me what that. Oh, okay, go ahead.
They would say I was. So if it's negative, you can listen to it. But if I'm pumping myself up, you don't want to hear it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they would say I was selfish, and they would say I didn't like to compromise.
Ooh, yeah.
And I can admit that now. I can admit that now. I don't care. They want the one for me no way. What I care what they think.
And Pastor Ryan said, "Hey, Crystal, I'm one."
That's another one. Yeah.
Well, good for y'all.
Yeah.
That's
so there are some of us. Yeah. See.
Anyway.
Right. There are some of us who do it the right. Now, did I play the field? Absolutely. When I was single, that's what you're supposed to do. Get it out your system. Go and get it out your system. And that's what I did.
But you were single, so.
Right. Before I got with her, I had gotten it out of my system. Period. That's what you're supposed to do. What Darlene say?
Huh? Darlene said you have to tell them straight up you don't want that in a commitment.
Okay, so Darlene, wait a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, Darlene. Okay, so you said that right. And that is good. And men, and I'm going to be honest with you. Men have like, they do. Do you come right out and say it, though? That's the thing. Or do you beat around the bush and then still leave some question, like room for a woman to think that, hey, maybe we are going to get into a relationship? That's what I don't appreciate. Like, you got to tell me straight up. You know what I'm saying? Some men don't tell you straight up. They still, they think they tell you, but then they coming back for more. You understand what I'm saying? So
but what are they coming back for more of?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It could be more of whatever.
Yeah.
But
they're not coming back for more conversation. They're not coming back for more Applebee's.
Yeah, but you got to be straight up.
Okay, I totally disagree. Because I think even if a man is straight up, there are some women who still going to say, you know what?
I'm going to try to change him.
I can get him. I'm the one.
Then it's on us, though.
I'm the right one.
Okay, then it's on us.
Yeah. And that goes back to the garter belt bouquet toss that we were talking about. All women rush to it.
The mixed signals. Go ahead.
All the women rush to the floor because I don't know what it is about women, but women are wanting to be in this committed style relationship. I don't know if it's for the right reason.
I mean, we were raised and groomed to want to, to grow up to be moms, to be wives, whatever. Now,
notice something. Ooh, notice what she said. She said we were groomed to be moms. Toya. Hey, Toya. Moms and wives came second. She said moms.
I didn't mean no particular
No. Moms. A lot of women were raised to be moms and wives second when it's supposed to be the other way around. And that's why a lot of our relationships, or you think you can change it because you look at him from a motherly point of view. You look at him through a mother's eyes. Just the same way a mother looks at a troubled son. I can change little Daryl. Little Daryl just need to get in the boys club. And what women say is, I can change him. I just need to get him around some good men. It's the same thing. You can't change him. He is who he is. God can change him.
Absolutely.
You can't.
You're going to go through some trials and tribulations. Trying to change a man.
It ain't worth it.
Absolutely.
Hence, what's that? Hence, baby dolls growing up. Right, yes. Baby dolls. Women are taught to be mothers. They're not taught to be wives.
Wow.
It's the truth.
That's
if you go back and hold on, Stacy, could you not use my nickname? People don't know me by that. Yeah.
Stacy.
Women are taught to be mothers first. And that's why when you do get married, you struggle in certain areas.
Wow.
That's why some of you may struggle in giving up control, or you may struggle in allowing a man to be the man. And when I say be the man, I'm not talking about the boss. That ain't what I'm talking about. I don't believe in that. This does not work with me just running. If this house was based on me just running it, it'd be a mess. This marriage would be a mess. Key players would be a mess. If it was just based off me being the boss of it and just do what I say. That don't work. It doesn't work for me because she got some stuff in her that I don't have that makes this work.
Wanda said that's true. I think Wanda said that's true. Lawrence and I didn't plan on being serious, but the rest is history.
But the rest is history. Right. Well, neither did us. Speaking of us, our wedding anniversary is this Friday.
Yay!
We forgot to say that.
Sweet 16.
No, it's 16. It's 2016.
Well, it is.
Friday made 20 years we've been together and 16 married.
Thank you, Sweet 16.
Yes, I had to 30%. Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, we didn't know what we were going to be. I'm just messing Stacy. Yeah, we didn't know. We just met each other at the mailbox. Okay, that's a girl with 5 kids, and it's me walking bent over because my back hurting. That was the end of it.
Absolutely.
So we thought, little did we know we was walking beside our spouse. You know how scary that is? Had no idea.
Let me tell y'all, I didn't even remember how he looked. I'm serious. I didn't think. I just liked his name, and I was wondering why.
That was it.
I was wondering why he was walking so slow, because he was walking like really slow. So y'all know me. I don't meet no stranger. I don't meet a stranger. So I'm asking him. I was like, what did I say? I said hi to you first, or you said hi to me?
You said hi first, because I ain't speak first.
Oh well, I said hi. Then I asked him, why you walking so slow? And
then, little she didn't know I had a slip disc in my back at the time.
I don't even know if you told me that though.
I'll probably tell you that later.
No, I said, why are you looking at me like that? That's what I said. And because you was looking at me, and I said, why you think all these kids mine, don't you? That's what I said to you.
Changed.
I said, why are you looking at me like that? You think all these kids are mine, don't you? And then he was like, well, I guess he didn't want to say yeah. I don't know. So then I had a little Caucasian baby with me. So I pointed to the Caucasian. I looked at him like, you really think this child is mine? And he was like, well, you don't know these days. And then he was like, my friend, she's looking for, you got a daycare? And I was like, yeah. My friend, she's looking for daycare. Can I get your number? That's what you said.
Right.
Can I get your number to pass on to my friend for daycare? And I said, sure. Because I'm really thinking it's for daycare. And so I gave him my number. And then I didn't hear from him.
Back down memory lane.
I didn't hear from him.
That's a long
Thanks,
faceless fam. Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't hear from him, and then I heard from him like what, the next week? And
no.
When did you hear from? When did I hear from
that
him?
Friday?
You called me.
That Friday.
Yeah, that Friday. Well, what day was that on though that we met?
We met on the 14th or Tuesday.
Okay, we met on a Tuesday. And he called me that Friday. I didn't think nothing else of it. He called me on Friday. Was like, well, my friend, she found childcare, but can I keep your number? And what did I say to you?
Boy, how old are you?
I said, boy, how old are you?
Anyway.
And that's exactly how I said it.
Yeah, that's how she said it.
How old are you? And then he was like, told me your age. I forgot how old you were. But we were the same age. And I was like, you better be glad I'm in a good mood. You can keep my number. That's exactly what I said. Isn't that what I said?
That's exactly what
I said.
But you know what's funny about that, though? That we talk about, and we kind of getting off subject. You know what's funny about us now? Sometimes we'll be riding around Raleigh and we'll talk about places that we used to pay a bill at or places we used to shop at.
Right.
But we never saw each other. Out of all the years we were in Raleigh, we never... Now, I'm going to tell you one story this is funny that I may have almost seen her. So we used to live right around the corner from each other, right? I didn't know her. And my roommate at the time came in the house and was like, yo, S, it's this girl walking down the street with a big butt. You got to go check out. I jumped in my truck to go find whoever it was.
That's sad.
I didn't know, but whoever it was, they was gone. So it could have been her because she stayed right around the corner from me.
That's very sad.
So we kept missing each other. We paid our bills at the same place. We bought groceries from the same place. Yeah. Where else did we say? Bought gas and all that stuff. But we didn't meet each other until it was God's time.
Until it was God's
until
time.
it was God's time.
I know Pastor Ryan, I was just giving him a hard time. And then when we did actually go out on a date, I did not remember how he looked. I didn't remember.
I didn't remember how you looked either.
He said he didn't remember how I looked either. And I was busted when he met me.
No, you weren't.
I was working. Listen, if you work in child care, you know there's a child care look and there's a weekend
Okay,
look.
well, I get it.
Okay,
yeah.
There's a child care look and an after work look.
Yeah,
Two different looks. Okay, so I was looking a hot mess. I was to myself. I was still cute, but I was looking a hot mess when he met me. Okay.
But that was the God's timing too, because she had on baggy clothes.
I had on baggy clothes.
She had on baggy clothes, and I'm glad she did.
Right.
Because when I went and met her 2 weeks later, I didn't know all of that was up under them baggy clothes. I'm like, Lord have mercy. But anyway, we digress.
Right, we digress. So that's how we met. For some of y'all who don't know how we met, and the rest
we met at the mailbox.
Right, we met at the mailbox, and we went on our first date, and we've been dating ever since.
And we've been dating for 20 years.
How about that?
And Friday, 20 years, and 16 married. So anyway, our last one. Our last one, number 8, fear of divorce. Yes.
Fear of divorce. That's why men fear commitment. Some men, sorry.
The fear of having to go through that traumatic experience, the fear of failure, because that's what that is, the fear of losing money, the fear of having to pay alimony,
that's
and all
real.
that that's real now. That's real. A lot of men would just rather not have to deal with any of that and just stay single the rest of their life. You know, that's a serious fear or concern, but men, we have to. That don't stop us from doing other stuff. If we want to pursue a career or
the one that said prenup, but prenup don't hold you from like child support if y'all have kids when you marry, and then out of alimony and things such as that. I don't think anyway. I'm not a lawyer, but I don't know.
Right. Now I'm not one to push marriage on someone who's not ready. We don't do that.
You shouldn't do that.
If you're not ready, don't do it. But if you know that you just got, like myself, like I said before, I know I had a few things I had to work on. I know I had to get rid of the selfishness. I know I had to learn to compromise. I know there was some things there was a softening of my heart that had to take place. I knew all of that before I decided to get married, but I was willing to do it. Did it happen overnight? No. Absolutely not. Am I still working on certain things? Yes.
We both are.
Yep. But that's a part of it. I had the common sense to know this is a good woman. This is a good person. You know, let me say that first. She was a good person, then a good woman. You know, and I was like, okay, I think I can see myself spending the rest of my life with her. You know, she talk a lot, yeah, but yeah. You know, it's okay. She got a good heart. Excellent heart. So I was like, okay, this is going to benefit me. This is going to benefit me because she got some stuff I don't have that I need.
And then too, I wasn't pressuring him.
Not at all.
I wasn't pressuring him. I was like, okay, whatever, you know. I wasn't. Not
at all.
No, because I was like, I would never do that again.
Right.
Been there, done that, and I wouldn't do that again. Right. That's the bad. Don't do that. But I wasn't pressuring him, so I was like, you know, I had my own life.
Right.
Again,
that's right.
I had my own life going on.
Right.
You know, I was in college. I was a mom.
An entrepreneur.
You know, entrepreneur. So I had my own life going on. I didn't have time to be
pressuring me.
I
felt no pressure to propose.
Yes, I didn't have time to do all that.
Right.
So, you know, that's something that you might want to think about. You know, that's, you know, not to pressure. Don't. You
right.
know.
And
trust me, that man will marry you if he wants to.
That's right. If he wants you, he will let it be known. And if he doesn't, move on.
Absolutely.
Don't waste your time with the one who is trying to decide when you could go find the one who already know.
Say that again.
I can't remember. Yeah. Watch the replay. But a lot of women do that. Waste time with somebody who is deciding whether they want to be with you when there's a man out there who already knows you the one for him. He already knows. Don't waste your time, ladies. Do not waste your time. And the second part of this, or do you think that a man just haven't met the right one? That's possible. That could be possible. The right one could still be out there that you haven't met yet. So I do encourage people to date. You know, the first person you meet shouldn't be the last person you meet.
They know. He already knows.
The man. Somebody man. Yeah, the man knows. Yeah. So yeah.
They know from the beginning. I think she said like not from the beginning, but they know like what after a couple dates, you know.
No,
or not a couple dates,
no,
but a couple
no.
seasons is what I mean.
Well, that varies from person to person. I didn't know after a couple days.
No.
I didn't. Yeah, we didn't know after a couple days. For me, I knew 2 years that this is the person I would be with. So that was 2000. By 2005, I knew. It was just a matter of when we gonna do it. By that time, I knew. We had been through all the seasons, all of that, the good, the bad, which we didn't have a lot of good, bad, ugly stuff, but we had been through everything, So I knew 2 years in.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I already knew. Wow, that was good.
That was good. So, that's just a few things we came up with why men fear commitment. Man, come on. And another thing, this is what I want to say.
Ahead.
Us married men, stop talking bad about marriage to single men. Don't do that. Stop talking about your ball and chain and all that kind of stuff. We got to stop doing that.
Right. Pastor Ryan said the man knowing, I think it's individually based.
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's stop talking bad about marriage. Women too. Let's not do that around single people because they listening. They're taking in what you're saying. And they're going to base their decision off you. If I went around a bunch of guys and said, Keisha this, and she don't do this, and she do too much of that, blah, 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 who going to want to go out and get married and possibly end up with a Keisha of their own?
Right. What, that name. Keisha.
Yeah. Or if she did and somebody don't want to end up with a Savalas of their own. I'm not saying being phony, but you don't have to focus on the negative side of marriage. Especially around single people. I just think that's a bad move. That's a bad thing to do.
Because they watching.
Because it could be, like what LaWanda say.
She said, right, because you had a bad experience. Quit bad mouthing marriage.
Right. It could have been a moment. You just could have had a bad moment. And then you take that bad energy to somebody and ruin their life. And ruin their perspective on what marriage is. Keep your mouth closed. Don't go to your family. That's another one you don't do.
God.
Definitely don't do that.
No.
Don't go to your family. Don't go to your single friends. Don't go to your married friends because you don't know what they might be going through.
Absolutely.
And here you come in with your barrage of wife bashing.
Yep.
So.
And Simma said, right, marriage is what you make it.
Marriage is what you make it.
And if so many people get that concept, they'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
Marriage is what you make it, because it's two of y'all. Y'all in this now. You're in it together now.
Good, bad.
You might as well make it good.
Right. You got to work it, though. You got to do what you got to do.
You have to work it.
Marriage is a marathon, not a sprint. Faceless fam, so true. It's funny you should put that. Our teaching that we doing on Saturday starts off like that.
Yep.
Almost the same phrase.
It does.
Yeah.
I have some great married friends, and we do too.
And we do too. Yes, we do.
You find you that core. Find you that core of married friends that you can trust. Mm-hmm. The ones that don't judge. Mm-hmm. The ones that
will correct you when you're wrong. That's right.
Even though it might hurt your feelings, but they'll correct you when you're wrong.
The ones that you could go on a marriage retreat with every year and decide where you're going to go the next year before you leave the retreat this year.
Exactly.
So you won't have to be having meetings and texts all through the year trying to decide where you're going to go the following year.
But anyway, just, find that core if you can. That is a jewel.
Yes.
If you can.
Yeah.
We know it's hard, but...
you're going to go through some trial and error.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to run into some couples that you don't stay with the rest of your life, but that's okay.
Right, but you learn something.
You learn something and you move on, and then you find your core.
Exactly. Find that core, and and y'all stick together.
Mm-hmm. So pray for one another.
Pray for one another.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So you can make it. Marriage is what you make it, like Emma said.
Miss Emma said, marriage is what you make it.
Absolutely. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you once again for joining us tonight. We love you all. Take a look at some of the events that we have put out there before you.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll see your smiling faces in the building at least one of them.
One of them. Yeah. Say a prayer for us because we are facilitating a marriage session this Saturday.
We're excited about it.
We're excited about it. We're so excited about it when we got asked to do it. We knew it was our anniversary weekend. We still accepted it.
Yep.
because this is just what we love to do. Correct.
Yep, this is what we
so
love
even
to
on
do.
our anniversary weekend, we going out to eat Friday, and Saturday we doing the marriage retreat. We gonna be there all day. You know, so y'all say a prayer for us that we say something that positively impacts those that are in attendance, because we don't even know these people.
No.
We may know one couple.
Yeah,
one or two.
Because I think they are. Well, I think one couple is. I don't know how many of them are local. I don't know.
Right. I think one or two.
Yeah, I think the rest of them are like kind of flying in from other places.
Right. So we're excited about it. We doing our last minute fine tuning like we always do. So
yes,
y'all keep us lifted up.
And one more thing. This is not marriage related, but if you have children on here, I will be at the Garter Library. What's the name of that library?
Oh God.
Southeast Regional, I think. Library in Garter on July the 22nd, promoting my book. They asked me to come in as a local author, and I'll be reading my book and, have books for sale and signing books. And so come out, support, just come through, say hey.
The time?
The time is, I want to say 3 o'clock. I want to say 3.
It starts at 3?
But I'm not sure. I have to look at my paper, so
okay.
I'm not sure. We got so many events, but anyway, so I just if you have time, or if you're in the Garner area, I would love to see you. I would love to meet you. So thank you in advance.
Yep, thank you in advance.
Thank you in advance. Thank you, and thank you for the anniversary
thank
wishes
everybody
as
for
well.
the anniversary. It's this Friday, 16, sweet 16.
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16.
And we're gonna celebrate later. We're going out to eat, but we're doing.
We'll celebrate
later.
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're
2 weeks after the
2
fact.
weeks. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Her birthday, everything coming up. It's just a busy time, but a blessed time. We are blessed.
Yes.
We happy. And I think LaWanda said, what better way to celebrate than doing a marriage retreat?
Absolutely.
That's the best way to do
Thank
it.
you,
Hey,
Tasha. Hey. But sing the song.
Feel like having church, yeah.
Okay. Hey, Tasha. But anyway, thank you all. We love y'all.
And we
Have
see
a great
you
night.
on the 25th.
On the 25th. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
Before we go, we were supposed Savala's mom is still
Oh, yeah.
She's still gonna do the private Zoom.
I forgot to talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's still gonna do the private Zoom with the ladies, because we still getting texts about his mom.
Right.
So she's gonna do the private Zoom with the ladies, and I will be posting that link and sending out a link, because I have got responses back like they want to be on the Zoom. Something just came up this
unforeseen
week.
circumstances.
Yeah, unforeseen
because it was supposed to be tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Came up, and so she couldn't do it tonight. So we're gonna get that together real soon.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it on the 25th.
And she was so excited about it.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
God. And she was like, "How? So how can I? What did she say?
She wanted to know how far she can talk.
How far
she
can I go
about sex?
And we were like, "Go as far as you want.
Our hands off. Yeah.
Go as far as you want.
So maybe we gonna check. Maybe that'll be on the 25th. If so, that'll be for ladies only. Men, that's our night off.
And it won't be on live. It'll be in a private Zoom.
It'll be a Zoom call.
Yes.
We'll put a flyer up. We'll send the Zoom. What is it called?
The Zoom link.
The Zoom link out whenever she does it. So yeah, that'll be a night for ladies on it. So we will let you know. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that cranked back up. And because, like we said, it was supposed to be tonight, but unforeseen circumstances didn't allow that to happen. So
absolutely.
Anyway,
I'm excited about that. But anyway, okay. Once again, good night. Thank you for the anniversary wishes. We love you all, and we hope that you have a great week.
Peace.